Well, how do there, chums? 'Tis I, Captain of the Stews, and today, chums, for you guys out there in the viewerverse, I'm going to show you all the other ways I know how to get a Walker Brain. Now, going over to this chappie next to the cartographer, the guild agent, if you manage to hit one up that's a mercenary from the mercenary guild, you can know, after they spoke a load of gibberish, they actually say a word here and it says Mercenaries Guild. It's pretty much random. It's not just limited just to Viking systems. You can see here I'm talking to a freaking Korvax and he's still a mercenary. But there, he gave me nanites received. Now inside of their loot table there is Walker Brains. It's extremely freaking rare and it's completely bloody random. So yeah, just keep jumping through for all of your stations and go and see the guild envoy. Hopefully you're going to come across a couple of mercenary ones. As long as you've shot down a few different sort of pirates in space, or you've killed a couple of sentinels, or you've done something mercenary type, there's a chance they might gift you a Walker Brain, but it's a very slim chance. Sometimes they do give you some pretty awesome stuff like magical warp fuel. When I say magical warp fuel, it's that other one, the hypercore warp fuel. That one! Boom! Got that. Shame I didn't get a Walker Brain in this instance. But that's one way. That's one way to get yourself a Walker Brain, is from your Mercenaries Guild envoy that you find on stations and also in Colossal Archives. Okay, so this next way is by getting a tainted metal and buying suspicious packet goods from this guy. So this is the scrap vendor. They're on the opposite side of a station. You're going to find them in every station, but you're going to need something like 5 million units. I know, it's freaking insane. But once you've bought one of these things, there is a little sneaky way to make it so you can use it over and over again. So pop it, tune the signal. After you've tuned the signal, get the dang thing and put it inside of your personal refiner. Yes, and take on off. You'll notice that you can still pulse, you can still activate and bring in your derelict freighter, but with that actual little doohickey squirreled away inside of your personal refiner, after you've opened the doors, normally, inside of the derelict freighter, it would disappear and it's gone. You've then used it. However, with it inside your personal refiner, it doesn't disappear. You still get to go on your derelict freighter all willy-nilly. Anyhow, I'm going to be moving everything out of my actual exosuit and into my ship cargo at the moment, mainly because I want to loot almost every single crate inside this derelict freighter. So there we go, people. And I'm looking for tainted metal. You're going to need about, what, a couple of hundred tainted metal per salvage packet good type thing. Anyway, let's suspicious packet goods. Anyway, let's just scroll this away for a second. I don't need that, and that'll do me. Righto. Now, when you do get to the entrance of a derelict freighter as well, you're going to be getting loads of repair kits, which is pretty darn sweet, because that does help with fixing stuff up. But hopefully getting 5 million units is still probably going to be preferable to, taking out a shed load of sentinels. But then, saying that, running these derelicts over and over to get a lot of tainted metal can be a little bit cumbersome also. And some of these derelict freighters might have some pretty challenging enemies in anyway, so if you're finding the sentinels challenging, you might find running these quite challenging. Inside of this one, for example, as I'm running this one, there's these little drones, sort of robots that fly around. They do a lot more damage than a regular freaking sentinel, don't know why, and they keep getting stuck up in the ceiling where I can't shoot them but they can shoot me because it's buggy. Or is it a feature? Who freaking knows? Maybe they're supposed to work that way, aren't they, people of the viewers? Maybe they are. Yeah, I don't freaking think so, because not bloody cricket. They're shooting me in the back of the head, can't shoot them, so I just had to run this bloody freighter and just hope that I made it like freaking Forrest Gump. It wasn't fun. It really wasn't. Right, so all I would say is just loot every single container that is lootable inside of the derelict freighter, and you're going to come across a fair bit of tainted frickin' metals. Heck yes you are. And if you get the captain's log as well, and a few other bits and bobs, just completely run it, completely do everything, and then when you get back to the scrap vendor, you can trade in the actual captain's log and other bits and bobs and get even more tainted metals. Heck yes you can. Brilliant. So there you go. I've got the crew manifest and the captain's log. They're the two things. take them both to the freaking scrap vendor, and Bob's your uncle, furniture ranch, is going to be giving you a shitload of tainted metal. Brilliant! Okay, so let's go do that. So at the moment you can see I've got my emergency broadcast signal receiver back, and I can retune the signal. So what I did is I took it out of my personal refiner while I was still sitting inside of the ship. And when you do that, it doesn't work until you jump out and it creates a save, and then it will let you auto-tune again. Then you can just keep rerunning, keep running it. Anyway, there we go. I've got all my tainted metal from this chap. Thank you, chappy. But now I need to be able to buy myself a shed ton of those freaking packaged goods. Yes, don't go for the technologies or anything else. But you can see that I've got 800 at the moment. Right, so there's scrap vendors, like I say, in every single station. At the moment I've got like 413. I haven't had much luck popping them. I thought I'd just try another station. So I've just gone over to the very first rendezvous area, and I'm speaking to this chap. Hello there, dude. Yes, I would like to buy some of your scrap, mate. Yes, so it's this one, the top one. Goods and contraband. That's what I'm after. Thank you very much. Right, well, let's see what I get. So again, the Walker Brain should be on the loot table. But what did I get there? I think I got given a hypnotic eye. I can't be sure, but if I exit out, it tells you in the top right hand corner what you got. Hypnotic eye. Not happy with the hypnotic eye. I'm just going to reload the same autosave. Yeah, so you don't have to keep spending your tainted metal, and hopefully your vendor is going to let you buy more than just one at a time. Try and find a vendor that maybe sells 3 or 2, not 1 like I'm doing here, and then you can buy the whole stack off of them, check the whole stack, and then do a reload, and that ups your chances greatly. But just for this example, I'm just going to keep doing a reload, just doing 1 at a time. I'm not really bothered if I don't get a Walker Brain, because next I'm going to give you my player guide on how to take out the Sentinels, and I'm going to give you every tip under the sun to make you a Sentinel freaking killing expert. And I'm only going to use the freaking bolt caster, okay? So this is going to be insane. Oh, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not, because I'm not a freaking Sentinel killing mastermind. So yeah, if I can do it though, if I can do it, you can. That's probably a given. I am an average gamer. I am by no means stretch an awesome gamer. Then I did complete Elden Ring. Took me freaking long enough. Okay, right. Persistence is key. It is. It's not skill, it's persistence. However, you're going to notice that this is completely random numbers game. I'm playing about with the old scrap vendor and trying this sort of method out, and yet it's very rare on the old loot table here, the Walker's Brain. So you're probably not going to get a Walker's Brain, but if you do, hooray and hurrah for you. Awesome. It means you don't have to go and kill those Sentinels, doesn't it? Well done, you. Awesome. So hopefully that works for you people in the viewerverse. I mean, the easiest way to get the Walker Brain is to go to the Nexus and hit on up the actual Nexus Cube, because they often have the missions inside of the Spatial Anomalies Nexus Cube for the Walker's Brain. The main reason I'm doing this video is because Switch players still don't have a missions list in their Nexus Cube. What's going on? Is it a bug? Is it a feature? Who knows? Nobody knows. Hopefully Hello Games adds in missions for Switch players soon, people. Well, it's now the time you've been waiting for, people in the viewerverse. Captain Steve versus a Sentinel army using just a bolt caster, and I'm in the first sort of rendezvous area. And you know what, I'm going to go and hit up the missions agent inside of the station, and what I'm looking for is something like Raid Depot or Raid Harvester. Raid and a Harvester is good because it's a building and it gives you a lot to cover on. If it's a Raid or Depot, sometimes there's already a Sentinel Walker at the depot, and if there is, you can just fly down with your ship and shoot the heck out of the actual Walker and hopefully blow him up and just go and claim the brain. Destroy a depot is your best bet, but I'm going for the hardest one, which is this one. So here we go, people. So yeah, hopefully you're going to get Raid a depot, and then hopefully there's a Walker there. If there isn't a Walker there, I wouldn't even bother because there's no cover. So yeah, this one is probably easier to get a Walker's Brain if there isn't a Walker already there, if that makes sense. Anyhow, I'm going to land by this, and there's already a save point here that I can hit up, a manual save. Not that they overly matter all that much anymore, because they've kind of done away with all that sort of shenanigans, haven't they? But yeah, I'm just going to go and hit that up anyhow, because it's going to give me a free navigational data. And if things are getting a little bit tight and I think I'm about to freaking die, I can just reload the save, not that I really want to. But here we go. I will show you my actual setup for my multi-tool. You can see here I've got a bolt caster in. I've also got the scatter blaster. The scatter blaster I'm not going to use. I'm only going to use my bolt caster. And you can see there I haven't really upgraded myself inside my exosuit outside of the expedition. So this should be roughly where you are in game. But I am only going to use the bolt caster. I haven't hardly got any boosts to it at all, so this should be fun. I can't even find the bloody door. Okay, so what I like about this is as soon as you shoot the door, you'll see that the actual sentinel level has gone up to 2 already, which is pretty darn freaking sweet. It does mean that I'm going to have to tangle with the sentinel dogs a little bit quicker, but it also means that the sentinel walker might drop that little bit quicker. Kaboom! Right, now I've got somewhere I can leg it in and take a little bit of cover should I need a breather. They won't shoot you if you're inside the door, but you can still shoot out at them. But the only thing is it will go to sentinels are searching, and every time it does that, it's not great. You kind of need to have them as in a detected state, which means you've got to poke your head out every now and again. You can let that counter go down a little, but I wouldn't let it go under the 10-second mark, because sometimes it just skips. And yeah, it's like, oh shite, and you kind of like have to start all over again. So be very careful doing this. Okay, first tip. You saw there, this little guy that I'm shooting right now was flying over and trying to repair that one that I was shooting at. Those ones are sort of like medic droids. Make sure you take those out first. They're smaller than the others and they look like they've got a little Coke can sticking out their freaking head. Shoot those gits. That one was a healer that I just blew up then. There's another one just there. Look, I'm shooting that one and it's going to go and heal it. Oh, it's hid. It's hid behind one of those buildings, which is a bit of a shite. So if I start shooting this one again, it should lure him back out again and then I should be able to kill him. But I got shot and I nearly died, so I had to take cover again. Now, I don't really like doing this, just staying inside the building and poking my head out like a freaking meerkat. Now, what you need to do is take out the armoured ones every now and again, and they will drop one of those green canisters. Leave the green canister until you ultimately need it. So when your shields get about halfway down or about quarter full, then go and hit it up. You see that replenished. However, as it's replenishing, if you get shot, it usually halts it at the point you get shot. So be very careful when running out to grab your green container, and try and keep a visual sort of memory of where all the green containers are so you can go and grab them as and when you need them. So I'm going to leave that one there because I don't need it just yet. Now I'm shooting at this little dog one, but I know I'm not going to do enough damage. But what I did do is then lure over all the healers. Now if I shoot the healers and take them out, then I can then focus back on the dog. But to be honest, I need to take out all these other sort of little armoured ones and leave the dog till last. The dog, for whatever reason, takes a heck of a lot of killing with a bolt caster. The bolt caster is a very weak weapon against the sentinel dog. So just leave the sentinel dog because he's freaking hard as nails. Just focus on the rest. And try and take out as many of the armoured ones as possible. So they're going to be dropping all those green canisters, which do give you back your health and also give you some ammo from time to time as well. Now, when you see a load of shields pop up, you can't get shot by them. You can actually use their shields against them. So you can stand behind the shields, knowing full well that you can't get hit while you're behind it, which is pretty cool. After you've taken out the healers, trying to take out the little triangular pyramid type ones. They're spawners. They will keep calling in more of the armoured type sentinels. So if you haven't got a lot of green canisters, you might want to leave one of those triangular ones alone to then summon in some more that have got the armour plating on. Okay, it's up to you, but myself personally, I just try to take out the wave as quick as possible, because once you've taken out enough of the wave, a second wave will come in and the actual alert level will go up a level. So I tried to take out the spawner fairly quickly. You see there, he was just bringing in 2 new ones, and when I killed him, it disintegrated the 2 that he was trying to summon. Okay, then I'm picking up the green canister as and when I need it, but as soon as I picked that one up I got shot in the back, and you see that my health actually paused there for a second. So again, when picking up the canisters, be a little bit careful with how you go about doing it. I try to go and grab them when there's quite a lot of those shields about, because there's less chance of them managing to hit me. But you saw there I got shot again, but I did recover a little bit more health as I was going. Now what I don't like is those armoured ones. They fire out the odd grenades and they make craters everywhere. So I tend to try and draw the sentinels round a bit After it gets a little bit holy in one area, try to get them to move to another area, especially in between waves turning up. When it says new sentinels are approaching or whatever, try and move to another area so you're not falling in craters every 5 seconds. Okay, so after you've taken out all the little mobs, that's when you can focus on your actual sentinel dog. Now I think I've given you enough tips for the first 3 waves at the moment, because we already started at wave 2 because we came to this base. And I've given you all the tips I can give you around taking out the different types of sentinels and the order, and also what the green canisters do and how to best sort of manage those. So I'm just going to shut up for a bit and let you watch me do a bit more combat against this wave, and then I'll tell you what to do when the next wave starts. Okay, now this is interesting. At this point I've lost my shield. If I get shot again, I'm going to take critical damage, and this is where things get a bit nasty, because you can die very easily. Now what I could do is run back inside the building and take cover for a little while, but then I've got the worry that the sentinels will start searching for me, fail to find me, and I have to start all over again. I picked up a green canister, I managed to get some of my shield back there, but to actually get that green canister to pop, I had to take out one of those armor plated gits. Now what you can do is use the building to your advantage, so I'm just using it as side cover here, so they can only shoot me from one angle now, because they're all round that side, and then when I'm ready I can pop out, take out another one, hopefully get another one of those green things, you know, the green canisters. So it's just a case of when you're reloading, try to duck behind cover. Get it done. I'm legging it to try and get that canister now. There's no sentinels over this way. There is a shield floating there that I could use to my advantage. I'm just going to pick that up. Nice. Now I've only got to take out one more armoured one before I can take out that dog. I'm trying to do a little bit of damage to him, but it's just going to be me versus that dog in a moment, in a very sort of Colosseum sort of gladiator type of fashion. Now, the sentinel dog has got a couple of moves. It's got this laser beam that's quite good at hitting you for damage. Just move to the side because it's linear, okay? Don't run backwards because it's just going to carry on hitting you. Just move to the side. Okay, so just keep moving to the side with the sentinel dog. Just strafe it. Just sort of run around in a circle in it and just keep shooting it. As soon as you've gone one way, go back the other way. Just always keep moving. Sideways. Strafing, basically. And if it dives at you, again, move to the side. It's very linear. The dog is an attack dog that's quite linear. So, yeah, it's quite easy to take it out. So as you can see now it says reinforcements are arriving. Now I want to try and keep them nearish to the door, so if I do need to run in I can run in, but it's not essential. Technically I should have gone to the other side because there's less craters there. There's a fair few craters here, but I'm luring them over this way because there's not so many craters down this way as there is over that way. Right, so again it's just a case of taking out the healers. Now in this wave they will send out a Minotaur. It doesn't happen in this first wave that comes out. You kill this wave and the second wave the Minotaur will drop in. So this all remains the same. I'm taking out the healer, then I'm taking out the spawner, then I'm taking out the armoured ones, and I'm being very careful with how many of the green canisters I pick up and when I pick them up. Okay, that is essential to keeping your health quite good. I'm standing quite near to this one. I picked it up when I needed to reload, and then picked it up and then quickly reloaded, and then I'm continuing murdering the sentinels. So I need to take out this healer before I can take out this guy, and I kind of need a green canister right now. Trying to kill this guy to get the green canister. Reload. Die. Let's go grab that quickly. Oh, jeez. See that? I took a grenade to the head. That was so close. Right. Another way to keep yourself safe is use the building. So you see here I've got this nice little ridge. That's covered up my midriff. Now it's pretty much headshots only, which are crit hits. And they're not wise enough to go behind me and shoot me from behind. So yeah, Now they've got quite a small angle of opportunity to actually get me, and for some reason when they do get quite close to the building they don't realise they can shoot me, so it does give you a little bit of breathing space to use the actual roof of cover. And this is very good against the actual Minotaur, which is about to drop in any time now. So yeah, I'm just going to keep taking out these guys, and I'm using the actual roof as cover. And look at that one. It's almost like it's disabled. It doesn't know what to make of the roof. Sometimes they will fire... Now I'm going to hit with me with a freaking grenade. Just as I made that point. Great. Okay, cool. Well, I know that there's a green canister down there now. I need to take that one out. There's another green canister. So cool. I'm going to run down, grab that one. I know that there's a green canister behind the building as well if I need it. That's going to be in my emergency canister. There it is over there. And yeah, hopefully we're going to get the Minotaur drop in a moment. Now the Minotaur... To start out with, he's going to be accompanied with another wave of fresh sentinels. There he is there. And you can see he's got a healer with him and all sorts. Again, I need to take out that healer. There we go, let's take that out. Look at that, there's a nice frigate just come into orbit. Very cool. Okay, so here we go. I'm using this as cover at the moment, and I'm shooting at his legs until he gets sort of like half barred on his energy. Then I start firing at his top half of his body. But you know what, I'm going to be wise, and I'm going to use the roof again and use that as cover to try and keep myself a little safer than normal. And I need to take out these healers before I actually take on out that Minotaur anyway, or else it's going to be futile. Okay, my shield is down. I'm going for that emergency canister that I left behind the building right now, because I know all the sentinels are that side, so I know I've got a massive shield in front of me. I can use this as a bit of breathing space as well. I could wait there for a while to get a bit more energy back, but at the moment I saw that the Minotaur was heading over that way, and I still haven't taken out all the healers. And you can see there, I'm not going to be able to take out that spawner before the healer gets on him, and he does recover the energy so quick, those little healers. They're a pain in the neck. So get rid of all of those sort of like mini mobs first, and then go and take out your Minotaur. Okay, so now I've taken out all the little mini mobs, pretty much. I mean, I've just got to take out a few of these, but that's going to leave a load of green canisters for me. Technically, I can just stand up on this roof now, and I can just shoot at this Minotaur. Take that, Minotaur, evil spawn of Satan! Yes, devil bird! That's from freaking Ace Ventura. I love Ace Ventura. Well, I like the second one. The first one was a bit pants, wasn't it? And you can see that I'm doing little mini numbers. 181 damage. I'm not really hitting any crits on this guy. So yeah, I'm just going to keep plugging away though. I mean, I can see I'm doing damage, so I'm just going to carry on doing it. Even though it doesn't look like the energy bar is moving all that much, it actually is. But right now, he's sort of sandwiched against the side of the building. I've got him where I want him, and I just got to have enough ammo and just keep shooting at him, just keep plugging at him until he freaking dies. Take that, you! Oh, I think I killed him, and this guy just appeared out of nowhere. So take this, you! At least that's going to put another green canister there. Don't need it right now, so may as well leave that one. I'll pick up this purple one. That's not going to do too much. But yeah, I mean, if you pick up these, you are going to get the salvaged glass. Now, inside a salvaged glass, you are going to get given a shed load of modules. So what you can do, if you've got it up to this sort of level, you can run inside the building, quickly install those, and then run back out again, hopefully not lose your sentinel level. You can see here it says sentinels are searching, and there's a sentinel all the way over there in the distance. Sometimes this happens. Don't know whether this is a bug. Don't know whether it's a feature. Yeah. But you need to go and take this guy out. If I didn't, he will fail to find me, and my wanted level would have gone back down to 1. Okay, it can be really difficult to spot that little red blip on some planets, like the really super hot planets and things like that. There's been times where it's happened to me, and I've been so annoyed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but this is where it says the Sentinel Walker is going to drop in. Okay, now this is just like the Minotaur. It doesn't appear within inside of the first wave. You've got to take out all these mini mobs again before the actual Sentinel Walker drops. You know when the Sentinel Walker drops, and the floor will vibrate slightly, and you know, you'd see him sort of swing up, and yeah, it's like a Titanfall. And then, it's really cool if you get to see it. I don't think I managed to capture the footage of it. I think I got him getting up, but I don't think I got him flying down in this sort of video sequence. But anyway, I'm just doing exactly the same stuff as I've done before, so you know what, I'm going to shut up and let you watch me kill a few. Okay, so there he is. He just dropped behind my ship. Now I'm just going to run to my ship, get in it, and I'm going to take on off and fly around very quickly. You're going to see here they're sending out Sentinel Interceptors to me, okay? As soon as the Sentinel Interceptors come in, it's going to put my wanted level back down to a 3. So, or maybe even a 2 sometimes, which is really cool. But all I did is I flew past, dashed that Sentinel Walker a few times, just hit him. Look, there we go, look, my actual wanted level, it went to a 1, and then when I shoot the Sentinel Walker, it went up to a 3, which is pretty cool. So now all I'm going to do is shoot at the actual leg plates, and when you blow the leg plates off, it goes all bandy, and you get a few free hits, so you can shoot the freaking shite out of it now. Now, I could have stayed in the ship a little bit longer and kept shooting at the Walker and completely destroyed him. However, sometimes when you do that, the brain box gets stuck at the top of the legs and you don't actually get your Walker brain all too easy. You have to climb up there and get it, and sometimes you keep falling through and it can be really glitchy. But even doing it this way, sometimes when you blow up the Sentinel Walker, its Walker brain doesn't drop and you think, well, where is it? I'll show you if that happens. I know it happens because this is pre-recorded. It gets stuck at the top. I'll show you in a moment how you get it. But for now, I'm just going to destroy the actual Walker. You're going to see a box land on the floor, but it looks exactly like the brain box, but it's not. Anyhow, let's just destroy him and I'll show you what I mean. So here we go. Just keep, again, he's very linear in the way that he shoots. So just keep walking round him. So that brain box, I can't interact with it right now, okay? Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run inside of the building and take cover until the Sentinels can't find me anymore and they deactivate, and then I can go and have a better look for the actual Sentinel Walker brain box. Just don't give up on it. If you don't get given your brain, don't just disappear and go into yonder. Just freaking wait until you get the Sentinels to deactivate. So there we go. I'll just wait in here until that happens. For the power of editing, that happens a lot quicker than it should. There we go. Let's head on out then, and hopefully that storm has stopped as well. But you see at the top, of the legs, there's still a box up there. So that one I can't interact with, even though that looks like the right one. Let's get rid of that letterbox view for a second. Look, I can't hit it. I can't do nothing about that. But if look, there you go. I put my marker over and it says brain box. There it is there. Look, it got stuck. It's the one with the yellow lines on it. It lights up slightly. It's got some ambient light about it. So here you go, interact, boom. Now I've got my Walker brain, people. That's how you get it. There you go, all done with a bolt caster, people in the universe. Until next time, goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe, and I'd like to say a massive great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers! And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.